Hey, this is Russ. Typically Tuesdays and Fridays are our knee replacement video days. And it could be Tuesday or Friday. It depends on the week. It could be one or two knee replacement videos a week. But look for them on Tuesdays or Fridays, okay? And Fridays. Depends on the week, all right? So we're going to talk a little bit about the knee today, but I also want to talk a little bit about some other health issues today. So it's good. It's a little combination thing. My video topic, as you read, is a combination of knee and other health issues. So let's talk about the knee first. Now, I reported on the last video, if you watched that one, that was an e-bike video on Monday, that I had done some more work on the lawn, putting the leaves in bags and everything. The leaf pickup is done for our city. So if you don't get your leaves out on the street in time, then of course you can continue to put leaves out, but you have to bag them. Okay, so we did as much as we could, but leaves keep coming down, so you just have to keep working it. I've done it three, maybe even four times. I think I said 3 times last time, but I think this might have been our 4th time that I worked on it. But every time I work on it, my back hurts and my knee hurts, all right? Because I'm standing a long periods of time and bending and doing all sorts of stuff. So that was Saturday. Sunday, I kind of felt it still. And here it is Monday morning, because I usually do these videos a day before for the knee. And the knee is not feeling too bad. So I think whenever I have a knee, I don't want to call it a straining, but working it more than typical everyday life, all right? The knee usually hurts only 2 days, maybe at most. The day of, and then the next day. But then the following day, I'm usually okay. So it's not really bad strain in that sense. I know when I had the knee replacement done, anything I did, if I hurt it a little bit, it would be there for days. All right. So we're talking something that's less this time. So that's really all I wanted to report on my knee for that portion of the video. Okay. So now, let's talk about some other health issues. Now, I rode the bike yesterday, and if you watched the bike video, I'm going to put a snippet up here so you can see this. Tell me what you think of this.
And yeah, it's kind of strange looking, but yeah, it's kind of strange looking, but yeah, it's kind of strange looking, but.
Now, did that guy cough at me? Now, when I'm riding really fast, you can't tell what's going on. But the more I look at it, he does turn his head as he coughs. But he did cough as I'm passing. Now, here's my question to you, okay? And I didn't say anything at the time, but as I analyzed the video again during editing, I go, did this guy cough at me? Now, I don't think he purposely did it. All right, he did turn his head. But here's my question to you. In today's world, with the pandemic going on, whenever you hear or see someone coughing, what's the first thing in your mind? I mean, to me, and this is bad, but the first thing to me is, I got to get away from that cough. All right. Now, we are outside, okay, but the thing is, it travels, right? So, all right, I'm going by real fast with the bike, did it have time to actually spray out towards me? And he did face away from me, but again, there's wind, okay? So, yeah, sadly, that's the first thing in my mind was, oh no, this guy's coughing. Now, I've had people, as I'm going to the grocery store, okay, I've had people sneeze as I go past them. Now, the sneezing, though, is under a mask. But still, the first thing you think of is, oh no. Are you guys like that? Let me know in the comments below. Are you like that? Do you think the worst when somebody coughs or sneezes near you? I think it's going to be a while before we feel comfortable with any of this type of stuff. So it's just my perspective of it. Okay, I just do not feel comfortable when somebody does something like that. Or you could even clear your throat, and I kind of feel like, oh no, I'm too close. Is it just me? How about you guys? What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments, okay? Here's another thing I wanted to talk about. I did mention in the bike video too about the diet, and I mentioned that I had already lost 2 pounds. I mentioned that I was going to go on a diet because after seeing what I looked like on a video from the church playing guitar, they did some unflattering side views of me. Yeah, I've got to lose a bunch of weight, and I've known this for many, many years, believe me. So, but I did gain some weight after my knee replacement. Now, I did lose weight after the knee replacement, but as my knee got better, I gained the weight back and added some to it. Now, all of my weight gain has always been because of the knee. Before the knee started having problems, I wasn't okay. I was always a little overweight, but I wasn't bad looking. Now I'm just out of control. So I kind of blame the knee for my current condition. I mean, if you think about it, I used to do martial arts, and that's why my knee got messed up. And so you can't be that overweight to be able to be kicking over people's heads. So think about that. I can't do that anymore, obviously, but most of my weight gain was because of the fact that my knees had gone bad and my activity level had dropped quite a bit. So I know I have to go back on a diet. So I'm going to tell you today how I plan to do the diet. All right. Now, I said before in other videos, do not copy what I do because it's probably not safe for you. For me, it's okay. My doctor has approved how I do this because he had seen my blood work a couple of times. And each time that I had lost the weight, I had done it this way. And I asked him, is it safe for me to do what I'm doing? And he says, based on your blood work and everything, you're perfectly fine. You can continue doing what you're doing. So let me tell you how I do it. All right. When I first started doing diets, and I don't really like the word diet because diet implies that you're just going to eat this way, but you can never always eat this way for the rest of your life. Okay, it really needs to be a lifestyle change more than anything else. But the first time I started this thing was many, many years ago. We're talking over 20 years ago. I did the Atkins diet. Remember that thing? The Atkins diet I kind of like calling the meat eater's diet because you didn't eat anything but meat, really, in a sense. You want to avoid carbs. So the more carbs you have, the chances of you gaining weight happens. And if you eliminate a lot of carbs, you go into this thing called ketosis, which essentially your body says, okay, now it's time to diet, essentially, all right? But it doesn't work for everybody. I know some people who have tried it and they had headaches and all sorts of stuff. They can't just keep eating meat and nothing else, right? Even vegetables has carbs. So it was a carb type diet that you wanted to avoid carbs, at any cost, whatever it is. You can eat, you can eat the things with lots of fat in it. You can eat meat. You can eat it, whatever. And I kind of look, and I've never really paid much attention to the current diets that people are doing, where they're eating lots of fat-oriented type things. I'm not into that, okay? But that was the first diet I did, and I lost 30 pounds on that Atkins diet. So what did I do? I ate chicken. Literally, that's all I did. I just sat there and ate chicken for 3 months. Nothing but chicken, all right? I'd buy, at that time, 39 cents, 49 cents a pound, chicken legs and chicken, drumsticks and thighs, okay? Because that was the cheapest thing. Plus, I don't really like the breast. It tends to be dry sometimes, so I'm more of a dark meat chicken guy, all right? So anyways, I did that. I lost 30 pounds in like 3 months, okay? Gained it all back, as we typically do. So years later, I decided I was going to do another diet. So the first thing in my mind was, okay, the chicken diet worked. Let's do it again. Okay, but here's the thing: you can't eat chicken for the rest of your life and not anything else. I said this is not something I can do. Okay, I'm going to have to eat chicken, maybe add a few other things to it. So I put in some veggies, simple things. I ate some salads and went back on the diet. Lost 50 pounds. All right. Okay. Yeah, gained it all back. Yeah, gained it all back. So the third time that I decided to do this again, okay, I did it a little bit differently. Okay, now all these times I've been doing it, I have been keeping track of my calories as well. Okay, so I decided the third time around, I says I'm going to lose 50 pounds again. All right, this time I'm going to eat the chicken, but I'm also going to be eating other things. I don't really care what it is that I eat. I'm going to keep the calorie count down. So what I decided to do is I was going to keep my calories at 1,800 calories or less per day. Now, for a guy my size, I would lose the weight based on that low calorie count, regardless of what I ate, I think. Okay. Because if you're not taking in as much calories as you're expending out, you're going to lose the weight. All right. And for my size, anything I do is an exertion. So it's gonna burn calories. So I figured 1,800 calories. So I use a app called MyFitnessPal, all one word, MyFitnessPal. So if you go on your phone and look up an app called MyFitnessPal, there you can actually keep track of everything you eat. You type in everything that you eat. It'll tell you what the calorie count is, the carb count, everything. Now, this last diet, I didn't care about the carbs. I didn't care about anything. I just said 1,800 calories, mostly chicken and vegetables and salads. Okay. Lost another 50 pounds. So it's possible to lose the weight if you just count your calories. Now, people have told me, well, that sounds very similar to the Weight Watchers diet because they do counting of points. I don't do any of that stuff. And I'm not buying Weight Watchers food, okay? I'm buying whatever I want to buy, and I'm going to buy stuff that's on sale because you're going to find out that whenever I do a diet, I don't spend a lot on the foods that I eat, and I'm never really hungry if I do this diet because chicken doesn't have a whole lot of calories. If you take the skin off and all that stuff, a chicken leg could be like 180 calories. A chicken thigh could be maybe, I don't know, 210, 220 calories. Think about that. If you have 1,800 calories to eat, how many chicken thighs would that be in a day? It would be a lot, okay? So I would never really get hungry if I just ate chicken. Now, other foods, things go up, okay? Like if you ate bagels and cream cheese, come on, that's going to be high. Or if you eat like a Big Mac or something like that, that's going to be high in calories and all the other stuff that's not good for you. So I decided I will eat my chicken as my main source of meat, all right? And then I'll throw in salads and stuff. Now, the problem with the salads for me is that I do like creamy salad dressing, all right? So I'll put in like a bunch of Thousand Island or I'll put in stuff. Now, things like Thousand Island is high in calorie, but I usually try to buy the light Thousand Islands, which is like 50 calories per whatever, 2 tablespoons or whatever they have. Now, sadly for me, I can't put just 2 tablespoons on a salad. I drench that thing. So the calorie count gets pretty high for me, even for a salad, because I put so much dressing on there. But even so, as long as I keep track of how much is being put in there and I keep those calorie counts under 1,800 calories a day, I'm going to lose weight. So that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to count the calories. I'm going to probably eat a bunch of chicken, as I always do. I will eat salads with it. And in the salads, what do I have? I have romaine lettuce. I typically have like 1 or 2 hard-boiled eggs in there. I'll put some, maybe 1 or 2 slices of American cheese. Got to have some cheese in there. Maybe a couple cucumbers, that type of thing. And then the Thousand Island or whatever similar type dressing there is. Okay. So the main thing is I do everything. I count those calories and I make sure I'm at 1,800 calories or less. All right. Now, I'm telling you, don't follow what I do because it might not be safe for you to do it this way. Okay. What I want you to do is if you're going to follow along and do a diet with me, doing your own diet, but at the same time with me, I want you to check it out with your doctor first. Now, I have no fear about this because I've asked him twice every time I've done this, and each time my blood work comes out perfect. Okay, I don't have high cholesterol. My cholesterol count is basically in the norm. I used to have high blood pressure, but my blood pressure had dropped after the diet. What else? Overall, the generalness of my blood work comes out good. Now, I had mentioned before that the doctor had told me that I was pre-diabetic, meaning I was right on the edge of being diabetic. And if I cross over that edge, then he's going to have to give me medication for life. And I told him, I'm not taking it because you guys know that I don't like taking drugs for anything, okay? I didn't even take painkillers for my knee replacement. I did it for maybe the first week or so, maybe a week and a half. And then I stopped taking my painkillers because it wasn't really helping me anyways. I mean, I was screaming in pain regardless of whether I had the painkillers on or not. So I didn't do any of it. So it surprises people that, I wouldn't take the painkillers before going to physical therapy as they push on my knee. but I didn't. Okay, so you think I'm going to be happy when the doctor tells me I'm going to give you drugs for life? No way. So that was a major incentive for me to lose that weight and to get that blood work perfect. And I did. And he told me, he says, you're no longer diabetic, you're no longer high blood pressure, you're basically just overweight, but your blood work comes out perfect. So he says, whatever you're doing, continue to do it because it's perfectly fine for you. You don't have an issue with it. So that's what I'm doing, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to check with your doctor first, tell them what you plan to do, or ask them for guidelines on what you should do. Now, here's the interesting thing for me. He had me go through a dietitian's advice, and the dietitian, was telling me what to eat and what not to eat. And I go, well, I'll have a banana, and I give her, the basic size of a banana. She goes, yeah. I said, so I have a medium banana. She goes, that's a large. Everything I told her, she says, that's large. I go, that's the average size for a banana. She goes, yeah, cut it in half. I go, you're killing me. You're not giving me anything to eat. But in reality, if you go based on their guidelines, yeah, everything is like half the size of what we typically eat. So check with your own doctors, check with the dietitian, find out first before you go and do any type of diet, okay? Anyways, that's all I have for you today. I know it was kind of long, but I wanted to give that explanation. So there's your knee and your health and your and your diet information, okay? So anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys next time.